Does time heal all wounds? This is a phrase that we hear all the time, right? Time heals all wounds. But when we are talking about betrayal, time does not. Time does not heal wounds from betrayal. And today, what I want to do is talk about why that is. And I'm going to give you 7 reasons why time does not heal the wounds of betrayal. Okay. Number one, our nervous system does not have a clock. Our nervous system does not have a calendar. Why is this important to understand? Well, when we're talking about betrayal, a couple things need to be understood. Number one, we've got a brain, and the brain is trying to process the information, but we also have a nervous system. And once we discover a betrayal, our nervous system goes into this fight or flight stance. We become extremely dysregulated. Time does not regulate a nervous system because the nervous system doesn't have a clock. The brain does. The brain has a calendar. The brain can tell time. The brain has a clock, but the nervous system doesn't. It's why if you have a memory from something good or bad that happened 20 years ago, right? And you feel the emotions of that. You remember how it felt. That's a great example. The nervous system remembers that because it doesn't matter if it was yesterday or 20 years ago. The nervous system doesn't have a clock. So when betrayed partners look at a calendar and they start thinking, my God, it's been 6 months or it's been a year or 6 years. Why don't I feel better? It's because your nervous system still hasn't healed from the trauma of the betrayal. The nervous system doesn't have a clock. It's why we work with people where the betrayal happened sometimes 20, 30 years ago, but they're still dealing with the pain of it, the ripple effect of it 20, 30 years later, because the nervous system does not have a clock. Let me tell you a second reason why this time heals all wounds does not apply with betrayal. Number two, betrayal is a relational issue. It's a relationship issue. It affects attachment, it affects safety, it affects our core needs, it affects us on a deeper level. It's not just like I broke my leg and I can't walk for a few months. Betrayal is a relational issue, and time alone is not going to heal attachment that's been broken. Time alone is not going to make me feel safe. Time alone is not going to get my needs met. So, because betrayal is a relationship issue, a relational issue, time has no bearing on it. Now, here's a third reason, okay? Time doesn't answer questions. Time does not answer those questions of why did you do this? Meaning the betrayed asking their spouse, how could you do this? What did you do? There are some betrayed partners out there right now that still don't even know the whole story. It doesn't matter whether the story was 6 months ago or 60 years ago. Finding out about a betrayal leaves questions that must be answered. And those questions don't get answered just because the calendar has changed. So, with betrayal, we need answers. We need to know what happened. That's the what of my 3 pillars: the what, the why, the how. Only your partner can answer those questions. Time isn't going to answer those questions. Only your partner can. Doesn't matter how many months, years have gone by. They also need to answer the question of why. Why did they do this? Time isn't going to give you that answer because 5 years has gone by. Are you going to all of a sudden magically wake up one day and go, oh, that's why my spouse did this to me? No. Okay. And then they need the how. The how is the justifications that their brain used in order to make whatever they did okay in their own world. Is time going to give you an answer to how they could have done this to you? No. So we're talking about time doesn't answer questions. So time alone is not going to heal. Let me give you the fourth one. Time doesn't build trust. Time doesn't build trust. You're not going to all of a sudden trust your partner because so many days on the calendar have gone by, so many weeks, months, years, or decades have gone by. Trust doesn't work that way. Trust is based on safety. Trust is based on knowing that your partner is following through with whatever they said they're going to do, right? Trust, I go much deeper. I have a whole course just based on trust. So time doesn't repair broken trust. Time doesn't build trust. So time alone is not going to heal betrayal. Number five, when we talk about time passing, right? All that's happening in those moments is that all of that unprocessed trauma is festering. It's building, it's growing. Time doesn't heal the trauma. So, what's happening to the pain? It's just sitting there, weighing heavier and heavier inside of the betrayed partner. So, time allows the trauma to fester and dig in. This is where we can have, not always, but where we can have resentment build up over time. The betrayed partner ends up living more of a pretend normal, we call it, wearing a Vanna White smile, pretending everything's fine. Time, if we're not healing from the betrayal, just saying time will take care of it doesn't do that. It actually causes more damage. Now, here's the sixth reason why time does not heal the wounds of betrayal. It allows avoidance for the unfaithful partner. If we're just going to let the calendar run out, right? Where's the accountability for the unfaithful partner to do the work? So just waiting for the calendar to go by, all of those, again, days, weeks, months, years, decades, is avoidance. It's giving the unfaithful partner an opportunity to avoid doing the deeper work when we just say, oh, time will fix everything. So it encourages almost an avoidance in the unfaithful partner. Okay. And then number seven, I want to give you my definition of healing. And then I want you to tell me where time fits into it, okay? Here's my definition of healing. If you take any of my courses, if you come to webinars, power hours, whatever you do, read my book, On the Other Side of Pain, Healing After Betrayal. That's the name of my book. You're going to hear me say this all the time because I want betrayed partners to know that healing has a very specific definition. And again, unfaithful partners as well. Everybody needs to know it. Here's my definition of healing. It's an action you take that changes your state for the better long term. That's it. Where in that definition of healing does it say wait 6 years and everything will be fine? Nowhere. Healing is an action you take, and it can be a very, very small action. Doesn't have to be a big action. It can be a small thing like stepping outside when you're feeling really dysregulated and taking a deep breath. It could be walking away from a conversation that you know is going sideways or south very quickly. The actions don't have to be these big, grandiose actions. They can be small. But healing is an action, and you have to take that action as the betrayed partner. And if you're trying to heal as the unfaithful partner, you have to take your own actions as well. So it's an action you take that changes your state, right? Changes you, either your physical state, meaning get off the couch and go outside, changes your emotional state, meaning take control. Don't stay in an argument for 3 hours. Take control and go, you know what? No, I'm not going to sit and listen to this gaslighting. I'm walking away. Those are actions that you take that change you, hopefully for the better. We don't want you to take actions that make you feel worse. We want you to take actions that make you feel better. So just to recap, Okay, time does not heal betrayal wounds. Why? Number one, your nervous system doesn't have a clock. Number two, betrayal is a relationship issue. It's not a time issue, it's a relationship issue. Number three, time doesn't answer those questions. Time isn't going to give you the answers to the what, the why, the how. Four, time doesn't build trust. Only being with somebody who's becoming trustworthy builds trust. Time doesn't. Number five, it allows trauma to build and fester. Number six, it encourages avoidance for the unfaithful partner. And number seven, doesn't fit the definition of healing. So I hope this video helps you see that time alone is not going to help you heal. We need to help you do things, take those actions, take those small steps that get you on the healing journey. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, if there's anything we can do to help you on your healing journey, to help you get to the other side of pain, then please reach out to us because that's why we're here. Until then, take care.